Hello, everybody. Welcome to Drive Thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Plays YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out of here well before the top of the hour. We'll give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. And that's what we do here on the Drive Thru, Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time is deliver live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later, and deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and over at Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who will be on the show here for today. All right, with us today will be Tony Brown from Las Vegas. We got Ninos, Alex Smart. I hope he's connected. Oh, there he is. Good. We got Zawacky and Shane Mickle. Here's how they'll line up for this evening. Mickle, Smart, Brown, Ninos, Zawacky, and then I will close this one out. Flying solo, Chris now helping out in the mornings. Of course, helps morning, afternoon, and night. So we'll relieve him from the drive-thru, give him time to help work out those morning shows with Mitch and company. So be sure to support that morning show. Appreciate Chris's contributions. He'll still guest once a week here on the drive-thru. But for now, back on the mornings for Chris. Let's continue on and let's get the show underway. Let's welcome Alex Smart. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs, where he does great work up there. So let's go ahead and bring Alex in right now. I think we got him ready to go. I got to get used to this two-shot now. Here we go. Alex, what's happening?
Good. Hey, Toronto's gone. The Leafs are gone. I feel bad.
I know. He took it hard. He took it hard. You know, we put the...
Yeah.
It was a rough one.
That's a city with 5 million people that took it really.
Did you see that? Did you see that video after the game? About they were fighting. They were fighting in the. There's some crazy.
I saw.
You saw that one? Yeah, that's craziness there.
Hockey is life in Toronto. I'm telling you.
Oh my God! My goodness. All right, here we go. Taking it to Toronto. Here we go. We got the Blue Jays here to host the Mariners. The Blue Jays here laying $1.40, total of 8.
Yeah, you know, the thing here that we have tonight is we have value. And the reason why we have value is we have a young man on the mound that's really becoming, you know, I guess we could call him an up-and-coming, I don't want to say superstar yet, but definitely a star. Gilbert's really showing that this kid, you know, like he can really overpower teams. And even a fastball hitting team like this, and he has a 3.32 ERA so far this year, and what's really amazing for me anyway with a kid like this is the close to 28% strikeout ratio, and I mean he's really overpowering batting orders, and batting orders like this, teams like Gilbert is just a quick note on a trend, a key trend. Gilbert's 7-0 against the money line road games versus teams whose hitters draw 3 walk or less in a game over the last couple of seasons. And this is a team that doesn't walk a lot, obviously, because, you know, they're so offensively minded. Now, on the other side, you know, the Blue Jays, I was going to say Raptors, the Blue Jays are coming out here, and they're going to put Barrios on the hill. And Barrios is over 5.52 ERA. He's not pitching all that well, and Seattle does have enough offensive weapons to match up very well here. You know, just from that perspective, you know, it's never easy going against the Blue Jays at home, but, you know, we have some value. Gilbert's a kid that, as an underdog, you got to take a shot with.
Yeah, I can't argue that when Seattle Mariners are plus 120 against the Blue Jays. Yeah, Gilbert's a pitcher who's looking really sharp here, 27.5% strikeout rate, good whip, good ERA. And Barrios, boy, he's had some rough ones here. ERA near 6. Get up a lot of base runners. His strikeout rate is down to 15%. Get up a lot of contact. 1.59 home runs per 9 innings. And, you know, Toronto did win this opener of the series, but also, too, the Blue Jays bullpen, Alex, really hasn't looked sharp at all.
No, and I think that is their major weakness. Like I said, Seattle has enough offensive weapons here to do some damage. And with Logan Gilbert, I mean, he's pitched his best on the road, actually, with a 0.84 ERA. And I know lately in his last 3 starts, he hasn't looked perfect, but hey, this is a good situation. He matches up well, believe it or not, against teams like this with these kinds of batting orders. So we'll see where it goes, but we have value.
The guy here with the Mariners plus 120 against Toronto Blue Jays. This one will have a start time 7 p.m. Eastern Time over on MLB Extra Innings channel. All right, Alex, take a look over at Pick Dogs Print, where you're showing some profit in the NBA. We have one NBA on the board that's gonna take a dramatic change here with the injuries here to Smart. It looks like he's out. Horford and COVID protocols looks like that's come out as well. All right, so we got the NBA. We got 2 big NHL playoff games. We're getting in the second round series beginning. Still about 10 games for Major League Baseball to go here. What do you have going on with Pick Dogs Premium?
So tonight we've got one Major League Baseball selection and one very key NBA selection. As you said, there are some adjustments in the lineups for the Celtics, but I think I've covered just about everything I need to with players in or out. And I was aware of Smart possibly not playing tonight too. So, but I've taken all this into consideration. So that's a viable side bet we have on board tonight in that conference final situation.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Alex Smart over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, you could showing profit here from the NBA as we talked about here. You guys can get on board with them. Also, too, we've got on the board here with Alex's NBA postseason slam dunk, Celtics Heat, as he mentioned, an MLB destroyer up there. And, of course, we've got his plays for you there on the long-term passes. Take advantage of that 3, 7, or 30 sports pass. You get all of Alex's plays here over that period of time. You select when you go to his profile page and you make that purchase. And, of course, you can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 cap promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Alex, as always, great having you on the show. Continue the success, and we'll talk with you again in a couple days.
Thank you, and I guess we have to be aware of COVID from now on. Again, it looks like it's making a comeback, so we have to watch these boards really close going forward.
Yeah, we certainly have to. All right, take care. Alex Smart here on the drive. Tony T, flying solo now because Chris is now signed to the morning shows. How about with Mitch and Brittler in that morning? Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Someone I should have led up with Shane Mickle. Sorry about that, Shane. This got in the pattern here with Alex leading us off. But how you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing today, Tony?
Doing great. All right, here we go. We're looking at game 2 of this one as the Dodgers here host the D-backs. They were kind of in a high-scoring affair here, 7-5 as we speak here. Dodgers 210, total of 8.
Yeah, it looks like the Dodgers are going to pull off this first game. I mean, I guess the Diamondbacks could still come back, but in the second game, I really like the Diamondbacks to secure the victory, and that has to do with the starting pitching. Merrill Kelly's been strong this season. And he hasn't been giving up home runs. He's only given up 1 home run this season. And the Diamondbacks offense has been fine in this series. It's been the pitching that's been an issue. And I think Merrill Kelly's going to stop that. Tyler Anderson's on the mound for the Dodgers. He's coming off an awful start in his last game. I don't think he's going to do that bad in this game. But I still think the Diamondbacks score enough here to win. And then also just one key trend here. The Diamondbacks are 6-1 in their last 7 games on the second part of a doubleheader. I think there's just too much value here getting this big plus money. I'm going to take the Diamondbacks on the money line.
All right, we got Shane here on the D-backs here, plus 189 here, game 2 here against the LA Dodgers. Yeah, hard to argue that when you look at Kelly's performance here. It's just been lights out here, and the D-backs are showing some offense here in LA, although they're falling short right now as we watch the game here live. Top 9th, 7-5. 9th. They do have a shot of covering this run line. They got a runner at third here with 2 outs, but the Dodgers bullpen has not looked good at all in this homestand.
No, I mean it's been awful. I mean, even last night I had the Dodgers. Last night the Dodgers -1.5, and didn't they give up a home run late to put it within 1 where the Diamondbacks even had a shot in that game. And with the bullpen being worked a little bit here in this first game, that's also gonna they're not gonna have their best guys fresh here in the second game. So that also is a good trend to look at. I was looking at first about maybe just the Diamondbacks first 5, but I think with the way the Dodgers bullpen has worked, I trusted the Diamondbacks bullpen to hold on to the win.
All right, Arizona here plus 189, game 2 against the LA Dodgers. This one will have a start time 10 p.m. Eastern time over on MLB Extra Innings channel. All right, Shane, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium here for tonight's action. Of course, we do have that NBA game 2 on the ice. Good to about 10. Well, actually, more than that now is we do have games starting bottom of the hour. About a good 13 games remaining here on the card for Major League Baseball. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, a couple packages to choose from tonight. I have my MLB 3-pack, which is my 3 best MLB plays of the day. And I also have my sampler, my Tuesday sampler, which includes my top NHL play, top NBA play, and top MLB play. Both those packages are $39.99. Hop on something long term. It's a big weekend with a bunch of playoffs games. My NHL has been strong as of late, so hop on something long term and let's make some money together. Yeah,
let's make some money here with Shane Mickle over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, tonight he's got plays up there for you to purchase this. I'm trying to multitask here. I did change the titles, but somehow, some way, it's screwed up. What did you expect? All right, guys. So get on board here with Shane Mickle over at Pick Dogs Premium. Let me take a look here what he's got going here. Let's see. We'll find him right here. Here we go. Shane Mickle over tonight. All right, he did mention about the sampler 3-pack going on right now. It's 3 best plays for Tuesday night. Includes 1 MLB winner, 1 NHL winner, and an NBA winner up there for you. So he takes his best bets on today's cards and he puts it into a 3-pack. Also a 3-pack from MLB. Of course, your best value here is go long-term with Shane with the 3, 7, or 30 all sports pass. You get all of Shane's plays for that period of time you select. When you go over to the profile page and you make that purchase, of course, add a second capper with that 2-for-1 cap promotion, even greater value there. All right, Shane, it's always great having you on the show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you again in a couple days.
Sounds good. See you Thursday night.
See you Thursday night. Shane Mickle here on the Drive Thru. All right, let's continue on here with the show as we get ready here. Chris again away to the morning show, so it'll be me solo. So it'll be awkward situations like this where I have to take a break from the show, move my equipment, bring in my keyboard, and have to go in here and type in stuff that I typed earlier. I don't know for some reason why it did not correct. Drive Thru show picks. See, if I don't do this, our audience will suck today. We'll have very few viewers, so I have to go in here and do this, right? So I've got to go in there and change all this stuff. So we got MLB picks for today on the Drive Thru show. Let's see, because if people are thinking they're coming on the show today, they think they're going to be getting European football. So that was about an hour ago. So we'll get that fixed here. We also have NHL on the show, right? Okay, so we have both. All right, I'll have to go and add more to it later, but let's see. We think we got it fixed now, right? All right. No, we don't. No, we don't. Give me just a second here. Drive Thru show picks and predictions for Saturday. There we go. This is really exciting. All right, we're back in business again. So let me just get my set together here. Let me get my microphone going. Let me get my keyboard going. All right, here we go. There are going to be some awkward moments. Just hang in there. We'll continue on here on the Drive Thru. Who do I got up next? Tony Brown. All right, let's get over to Tony Brown. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium, where he's doing great work here in the NHL. So let me go ahead and bring in Tony Brown right now. Let's see. We got him ready to roll here. Tony Brown. There we go. Tony, what's happening?
What's going on, Tone? How you doing out there?
It's doing great. All right, here we go. We're going to Major League Baseball here at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We have the Rangers here to host the Angels. Angels favor on the road, $1.30, total 8.5.
Yeah, I love this play right here. I don't want to be greedy, or I would take it on the run line, but just at a minus $1.30, those are already great odds. You're getting a better team. Home field advantage is the only advantage for Texas. The Angels have been one of the surprise teams in the MLB this season. They're absolutely on fire. And basically, I mean, Shohei Ohtani is the greatest player I've seen ever. You know what I mean? Everybody made that rave over Babe Ruth. Of course, that was before my time or whatever. But what they said he can do on the mound and at the plate and all that, Shohei's killing it. He's going to probably win a Cy Young and an MVP. And not to mention, he might be the second best player on his team. Mike Trout, right back into form, no injuries, no health problems. And he's looking like an MVP candidate again. So the Angels are just too good for this team. It's not really a big over-cap game. Not to mention they got Detmer going on the mound. He's coming off of a Cy Young. People have grown to be just cynics. Not a Cy Young,
no-hitter.
A perfect game, the no-hitter. I'm sorry.
No-hitter.
Of course, the Cy Young is way too early. He's coming off of that no-hitter. And people have been pundits off that no-hitter, the hype's going to be too much, and he blew himself for that game, and da-da-da-da. He shows no signs of regression. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he's going to have another no-hitter tonight, but I look for him to stay hot with the momentum, and he's playing on the better team with the better stars. Like I said, besides home field advantage, Texas has no advantage at all, and I'm going to take the Angels at minus 130 to get it done on the road.
All right, Tony Brown here on the Angels, minus 130. Yeah, Detmer's had just one bad outing. Other than that's been really quality. His ERA is down to 3.77. His whip, 0.84, giving up less than one base runner per inning. You got to like that. I know you're not too much into the stats, but you have to like what you're hearing here from this kid. He's been pitching well, getting the ground balls, limit the homers, and Hearn has not performed very well. ERA over 5, whip approaching 2, 11% walks. He's giving up a 29% line drive rate, and his velocity's dropped. So there's a lot of negatives there on the side of the Texas starter.
Yeah, and what I love about those stats, I don't go off all stats. It's not that I don't like stats. It's just that, these games aren't always played on paper. But I always do say there's some stats you can't ignore. the whip is one of the telltale signs for these pitchers. Like the ERA being low is cool, but that just means maybe you have a better team, you're getting more run support, things of that nature. Whip, for people that don't know, that's walk, hits, innings pitch. You know what I mean? Like these guys are not putting batters on base and shit like that. So the whip being under 1 is solid for me. That's like a telltale sign. That's why I said there's no signs of regression. He had the no-hitter. He might get better. You know what I mean? That might be signs of him getting stronger. So I'm not going with the pundits. I don't think it's a bad road trip for the Angels, and I think 130 is a sweet price.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. A lot of the pundits say, well, after that no hitter, all they can do is go down and regress. But it may not be a no hitter, maybe a 4-hitter, maybe a 5-hitter. Everybody thinks it's going to be rock bottom. You hear that a lot of time from people, the pundits out there.
Right, and the thing is, people just like to be right more than wrong. Because of course he's not going to have another no hitter, and if he did have a bad game after that, that would be kind of like oh, I called it, I told you so. You know what I mean? So, like, people just say what they say. But if you look at those stats, like you said, the whip versus the ERA and the strikeouts per 9 innings and things of that nature, this kid is doing great. And like I said, the Angels have the 2 best players in baseball on the same team. It's a lot going for them compared to Texas, who just have home field advantage.
Yeah, and the thing with these Angels is they're healthy, right? Look, Trout has been on the DL, Rendon's been on the DL. Their starting pitching staff has been hammered with injuries ever since the Socha years, right? I mean, these guys were on the injured list all the time, and now these kids like
they were like the Clippers of baseball.
Yeah, it was a joke, And some of these guys that were filling in are now maturing in, like Sandoval, and there's a few other guys that were called in early, premature for minors, and now starting to mature into the lineup now. So they got something going on with the Angels here. Angels minus 130 against the Rangers. This one will have a start time of 8 Eastern time over on MLB Extra Innings channel. All right, Tony Brown, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Spring, where you're just having a fantastic season in the NHL this year. 1,098 units of profit. That's all documented. So all the numbers that we give out here on the show, you can verify that right now by going to the Cappers profile page, like Tony Brown's handicapper page. When you scroll down to pick history, you'll see every play that's up there, every win, every loss, not just the wins. Some sites like to just show you the wins. We show you the wins and the losses and the pushes. Don't forget the pushes. We do show the pushes up there when games are tied or there are some weird situations that happen where there's a push. So you see that all on the site. Every play that Tony Brown has listed here is documented. Unlike some other cappers that like to sell their picks on Patreon or these other places where there's no documentation and they can go in there and fudge everything, it's a totally different animal here when you look at sites like Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. That the plays are graded immediately. You can see the plays are fully documented. That's why we use the word documented. Make sure you look for that when people get out their records. You got to look for documented. If it's not documented, they could be falsifying the numbers. I'll give you some info there. All right, Tony Brown, what do you have going on over Tony's Picks over at Pick Dogs?
We got a nice little card today. As usual, it's the playoffs. So we got those playoff games in the NHL. I got 3 picks over there. There was only 1 game in the NBA playoffs, so I got that. And I laid off for baseball today. Baseball has been a little bit up and down to me. When you're on a losing streak, there's no point in throwing money at a slump. So I'm going to just retool some things, get back on the baseball groove. But for the NHL and the NBA playoffs, absolutely on fire. And we got picks in both leagues tonight.
That's right, guys. Got on board here with Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs. Premium. See the numbers here: 1,098 units of profit in the NHL. That's all documented. You can find his plays right there on his site with an all power plays up there. A 5-pack right now. He takes his 5 best bets. He combines his best bets from NBA, MLB, NHL, puts together into a 5-pack. Of course, the best value there is going with a long-term pass, 3, 7, or 30 all sports pass here from Tony Brown. You can get on board with that. And of course, you can add a cent capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion, even greater value there. Of course, Tony's in action with the major sports. So your NHL, your MLB, your NBA. NBA will take you to the end of the finals. We get you right to the start of the Stanley Cup Finals here with Tony Brown's NHL 1-month all sports pass. But Tony Brown, for the everyday player that bets every day, your 1-year VIP pass is the best way to go.
Yeah, if you're serious about making money, that's the only way to go. If you pay per day, per play, or per sport, it can cost you a bundle. We're not here to take your money. We just want to get the bookies' money. So when you get it with the year pass, you get NHL, MLB, the NFL season that's upcoming. You get every single play I release from every sport, playoffs, the championship picks included, for just one low price.
Yep, one low price at all. So indeed, so get on board with Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs Premium, and then you'll get on side and second capper here with the 2-for-1 cap promotion, even greater value there. All right, Tony, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you again in a couple days.
Thanks for having me. It's always good to be here, and I'll see you guys in a couple days, Tom.
All right, Tony Brown here on the drive through. Hey guys, if you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show, so make sure you stay tuned for that. All right, let's continue now here on the show. Reminder, guys, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every single day. Of course, it all gets started with that morning show every day during the week here at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. It's Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. Then, of course, it's Mitch, Chris, and Brian Biller with their morning show. And of course, we got a couple of shows leading up to us. We got the soccer show with Goran. Of course, Mitch's betting tools show, as he has his betting tools and generates picks from that, from his betting tools on Sports Chat Place. And Pick Dogs gives out picks on that morning show. And of course, we're here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time with the drive-thru. So make sure you like and subscribe, and those thumbs up help us build up our audience. We greatly appreciate that. All right, let's continue on here on the show. It's time to welcome in Ninos to the show. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs, where he's been having a smoking season this year in the NHL as well as Major League Baseball. So let's bring him in right now. I think we got El ready to go. Let's go with Ninos. El, what's happening?
Going good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I hope you didn't have the Dodgers on the run line today in Game 1.
No, I did not.
Okay. It was another heartbreak. Another heartbreak is the Diamondbacks get a run across in the 9th inning. LA 7, Diamondbacks 6. The bullpen coughs up the run line again. Ninos.
Yeah, got to be careful with those run lines at home, and especially the Dodgers. They like those Hollywood endings. So yeah.
They've had like three one-run wins in a row, right? After winning every game by 2 or greater, they are now on a streak of winning by 1 in their victories.
Yeah, you had to figure that was coming sooner or later, but you can't win every game by 2 or more.
No.
But hey, at least they're winning, right? They were struggling to do that earlier, so one step at a time. We're getting the wins, and hopefully we'll be covering run lines again soon.
Yeah, if they had a Pepiot on the mound and they were able to squeak it out, get the lead in the middle of the innings and hold on 7-6 to win. All right, Ninos, we're going to the late night game, 9:40 Eastern Time. Athletics here to host the Twins. Twins is $1.20, total 8.5.
Yeah, interesting matchup here. Obviously, I liked the Twins a lot better yesterday, and there's a couple things going against us here. Obviously, they're on the road, but also you got Dylan Bundy starting. I'd probably rather have Ted Bundy or Al Bundy starting, but hey, we'll put up with Dylan Bundy. And
I wouldn't mind King Kong Bundy. King Kong Bundy would be better in my mind.
Probably. It's a good bet there. But yeah, nothing much going on the other side either. Their starter hasn't been great either. Their lineup hasn't been great. No Byron Buxton for the Twins tonight, which is another thing I'm not too crazy about. But it's not like Oakland has Byron Buxton either. So I still think the Twins better lineup here, even without probably their best hitter. So I think we're getting some decent value here for putting up with the troubles of a bad starter and no Buxton, but I still think the Twins managed to get the job done here against the A's that have looked pretty lifeless lately.
Yeah, but I call them the Triple A's. So we got the Twins here minus 120 against Oakland. Yeah, Bundy, I don't think he'll have a problem in this ballpark because it's space. He gives up, he will give up fly balls, but this season his ground ball rate is 46%. He's been hurt a bit by the home run ball, but again, I think this stadium may help him a little bit. And one thing to note is FIP is about 4, which indicates that with these numbers he's producing, he should see his ERA go down. And this is a park where it will help him out here. And of course, as we mentioned with Caprillion, it's not been sharp here. He's worked 12 and 2/3 innings. Yes, he struck out 10. He's got up 7 earned runs, but he's walked 9 batters, and that's what you got to be careful of, especially now in this era of dead ball. You don't want to give up base runners. Let him hit the ball. We're seeing what's going on with these balls are not moving. But Alex, with this Athletics, their lack of scoring here, just 1 run scored in their past 3 games, in each of them.
Yeah, so not looking good at all, and it's tough. Early in the season, we saw them pull off a couple big upsets. I was really down on them to begin the season. Then they pulled off a couple upsets early, and it's like, oh, okay, maybe this is the Oakland A's that can still pull off wins, against the better teams. But yeah, that was very short-lived, and as you said, it's just gotten worse. So rooting for them to turn things around, but until then, I will be betting against them probably.
He likes the Twins, but Kyle likes the under in this one. I couldn't argue with this. Well, actually, he doesn't. He's just questioning whether this under 7. I don't mind the
I'd
under.
be
Like
careful.
I said,
the wind is blowing out.
the wind is blowing out. It was blowing out last night. What happened? It was blowing out 11 miles an hour. Nothing happened last night because I remember I saw that.
Yeah, yeah, we got some worse pitchers on the mound here tonight, though.
You think so? So you're a little nervous about that under? Let's see here. What do we got?
Yeah,
winds 9 miles an hour
it.
out. Like I said, it blew out last night. They couldn't score. They couldn't even score more than one. So, but El Nino says, be careful on the under in this one. Like I said, I don't think this stadium's going to hurt Impact Bunny too much because all that space in the fields and the gaps, they'll flag down those fly balls. So, but El Nino's, the pick here from El Nino's is Twins minus 120 against the Athletics, and this one will have a start time here of 9:40 Eastern time. You can watch it over on MLB Network. It's one of those late games on MLB Network tonight. All right, now let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium here for tonight's action as we're looking forward to a big night of action tonight as we got the hockey games back in play here. We got the NBA in play here with the game number 1 of Heat and Celtics. They're doing fantastic work here in the NHL. 2,307 units of profit. That is all documented. Also showing good profit here in MLB where he sits with 914 units of profit, all documented. Again, visit L's site. You can see all the plays there. They're graded immediately. It's fully transparent. So unless you're looking at people's records, unless you see the word document after the records, it means nothing. It means nothing. It means it can be doctored. So look for that word documented when handicappers talk about their records. All right, El Ninos, what do you have going on over at the site?
I got a 3-pack for my best bet in each sport, and then I got an extra play in the MLB for everyone on the long-term passes.
All right, guys, get on board with El Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium, doing great work here in NHL and MLB. Again, he put together his best bets from NBA, MLB, NHL. He calls it Alphabet. The Alphabets are back here. So you can get on board with that Alphabet. A low price for his 3-pack best bet, one from each sport. So a good time to do that. A lot of his plays are sold individually as well. Or if you prefer to get a long-term pass from Al, he offers a 3, 7, or 30 Al Sports Pass where you can get all of his plays. For that period of time, you select when you go to his profile page and you make that purchase, and that will qualify for a 2-for-1 capper promotion. You had a second capper, even a greater reduction there. And of course, season passes up there from MLB, NHL, and NBA from El Nino. So just take a visit to his profile page and get signed up there. All right, Al, as always, great having you on the show here. As I am getting very familiar with the two cam. Here we go. Have yourself a great evening here. We'll talk with you again tomorrow.
All right, thanks. Have a good one, Tony.
You got El Ninos here on the drive-thru. Let's continue here with the drive-thru. Flying solo, Chris is now doing the mornings with Mitch and Brian Bittler. You'll catch him a lot with the production in the soccer show with Goran. Also, you catch him at night with a lot of his videos that he produces for Pick Dogs, really with the NBA, MLB, NHL as well. So he's got a lot on his plate. Now mornings, Chris moves the mornings. I'm flying solo here on the drive-thru. So let's continue on here on the show. Now it's time to welcome in Rod Zawacky. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. So let's bring in Rod right now. He's got a pick here from the NHL. We got a playoff pick here from Rod Zawacky. Let's see if we can find him here. I got to refamiliarize myself with this. I think we've got him ready to roll here. Here we go, Rod Zawacky. Rod, what's happening?
Not too much. We got some tacos ready to fire up here for Taco Tuesday.
Taco
Good to go.
Tuesday.
We got some playoff round 2 hockey kicking off tonight. Got a couple games in action tonight. I'm excited. These hockey playoffs have been lights out exciting. You know, if you like hockey, or even if you haven't watched hockey, you definitely got to go check it out. Talk about excitement in this year's playoffs.
Year
Amazing.
after year, after year, the NHL playoffs always deliver. Year after year, you know,
Always.
yeah.
Even
the LA Kings, who I thought was going to get swept, somehow made it to 7 games. I'm still trying to figure out how this team made it to 7 games. It's to me, it was I can't believe
hot
it.
goalie. Gets hot,
goalie.
and all of a sudden, things change as a goalie. If your goalie gets cold, we've seen Shesterkin there. He didn't start off the series so hot with the Rangers there. He poured it on a little bit late, and they snuck out a win against the Penguins to make the next round. But we've seen goalies come up and down. So you get a hot goalie and lights out, your team can win. So
no doubt about that. They sure can. All right, here we go. We get started here with game 1 of this series. Should be really good here. Panthers hosting Lightning. Panthers $1.65, total 6.5.
Yeah, you look at these two teams in Battle of Florida. These two teams don't like each other. They split the season series each team winning 2. And what's not to say this is going to be a hard-hitting, hard-fought affair. Biggest thing that I can say is Braden Point's not going to be in this game. He's still injured from he tried to go in Game 7 with the Leafs there and just was a no-go, too much pain. So he's going to be out in this one. But that doesn't scare me. We've seen it many times in round 1 where teams with their big player have been out. We've seen the Oilers step up with Nurse out, their number 1 defenseman, and they got themselves a win to extend that to the 7th game. We've seen teams do it time in and time out. Their number 1 guy's out, and they step up. And you look at this Lightning team; they're 24-5 in the last 29 conference semifinals games. They're also they are 11-3. The last 14 as a playoff underdog are these champs, the Tampa Bay Lightning. And you look, the Florida Panthers, they played the Washington Capitals, and how many games did they have to come back? They gave up the lead, and they were down early. You do that against the Lightning, you ain't coming back. Tampa Bay plays this lockdown, shutdown defense, and you'd be lucky to get the puck in the zone. So you go down against the Lightning early, and you're in deep trouble. I think the Panthers are in deep trouble here. We're going to take the defending champs to open it up and grab a win. Nice plus money. I can't say no. Champs are the champs for a reason. So give me the Tampa Bay Lightning here, money line.
Tampa Bay Lightning plus 145 against the Panthers. Yeah, that series with Capitals and Panthers goes 7 games. Florida needed 2 overtime wins. And here's something I'm looking at here, Rod, which I find kind of interesting here. Florida, no power play goals in that series, huh?
Right? No power play goals. And what's in Tampa Bay's lights out, the better defense. Way better on the penalty kill as well. It's going to be tough to get power play goals in this series as well for the Tampa Bay Lightning here. Little bonus play for you. I'm going to take Corey Perry to get an anytime goal. He played pretty good in the first series against the Leafs. Scored a couple goals there. You get a nice plus 350 for Corey Perry to get an anytime goal. So take the Lightning and Corey Perry anytime goal. Tonight's game.
That's right. I remember his time with the Ducks. My sister cannot stand Perry. I can't believe big Kings fan all the time. Perry this, Perry that, all on social media. But anyway. Right. Lightning plus 145 against Florida Panthers. This one will have a start time of 7 Eastern time. And the games tonight are over on the TNT network. All right, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium here for tonight's action. As you mentioned, showing good profit here past 3 days. We got those 2 on the ice. The big NBA playoff game up there. Still about 10 or so games from MLB yet to start. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
And we had a nice winning day yesterday, 2-1, so let's keep it rolling here. I've got my top shelf triple going, which is my best bet in the NHL, my best bet in MLB, and my play in the NBA game as well. So you can jump on over to Pick Dogs Premium, click on the Premium Picks tab, click the link below, and you'll scroll down. You'll find me there near the top of the board there where you can grab my top shelf triple today. Or, like we always said, go grab something long term. Now's the time to get on board. 3-day, 7-day, 30-day. I even got the rest of the NHL package where you can get all the rest of my NHL playoff plays for $125. Can't beat that deal. We've still got the rest of the round 2, the rest of round 3, and the finals still to come. So that'll easily pay for itself in no time. Jump aboard that. Or we got the MLB package. We've got 3-day, 7-day, 30-day. We've got the 2-for-1 capper here where you can pair me up with me or another one of the other hot cappers that have been around. Tony Brown, Ninos, Shane Mickle, anybody else that you'd like to pair up, you can see on the board who's been doing well as well. So head on over to Pick Dogs Premium. Many ways to skin a cat. So let's get it done.
Let's get it done here with Rod Zawacky over at Pick Dogs Premium, showing good profit the last 30 days. Rod's top shelf Tuesday triple. He's got a 3-pack up there with his best bet from MLB, NHL, NBA. Excited for these 3 top shelf best bets. So get on board. Affordably priced there. Of course, it's a long-term pass as well. A great time to get on board with Rod's 3, 7, or 30-day all sports pass. Get all of Rod's plays for that period of time you select when you go to his profile page and you make that purchase. He's made this NHL rest of season pass very affordably, just $125. Still 3 more rounds. So that was just 1 round, guys. It seemed like 2, but it was only 1. So you can get on board with Rod's NHL rest of season pass. Affordable price, just $125. So whatever you add at this to your basket there with that NHL rest of season pass. So if you put the 3-pack in there, add the NHL rest of season pass into the basket, because that's a pretty good value right there, because these hockey playoffs are exciting. Again, delivering excitement once again. We see this every year. NHL delivers in the playoffs. It does again. All right, Rod, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Hey, thanks for having me, and let's get ourselves a winner tonight. Everybody have yourself a good night. Enjoy your tacos if you're having tacos, or whatever else you're having for dinner.
That's right. Someone didn't get the anytime goal. That was Perry, right? That was Perry, right? Corey Perry?
Yeah, Corey Perry, anytime goal.
Right.
Plus
Anytime
350.
goal. There you go, Don Chain 13. In case you missed it, I guess he didn't miss it. Somehow, I guess. Who knows how he missed it. All right, Rod. Good night. We'll talk again tomorrow.
Good night.
Rod Zawacky here on the drive-thru. Guys, if you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show, so make sure you stay tuned for that. All right, let's continue. I'm flying solo. Chris has now moved to the morning shows with Mitch. Of course, you know Chris does a lot of work over here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place with his writing duties, video duties. Give the kid a break, man. Needs a little bit of time. It's a lot of work here. All right, let's continue on with the show. Now it's time for my picks. Let me go ahead and get my game information up for you. On this one here, we're going to be looking here at this Red Sox and Astros game, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Red Sox $1.18. The total here sits at 8.5. I'm going to be looking here at this Red Sox team. I'm seeing some flash from this Sox team. They're showing me a little bit at the plate now. They're starting to score some runs. And when you look at the numbers here for Eovaldi, you're seeing a pitcher here who's actually got some pretty good, doing pretty well. So let me go ahead and pull it up here. Eovaldi here against, I believe, let's see here. Let me get to the game here. Maybe I passed it. I was afraid I was going to pass the game. I passed the game. Let me get the notes. I always like to share with you all the data, all the numbers. And I know there's definitely a pitching advantage here on the mound here. And that is Eovaldi here. 7 starts, ERA just about 3, whip of 1.08. I like his strikeout rate near 26%. He's given up 44% ground balls, which is pretty good there at Fenway Park. He is giving about 2 home runs per 9 innings. That's the only blemish here I'm looking at here. Of course, the Red Sox winners are 3 of 4, 6-3 win. Their bats have been performing here. Urquidy, on the other hand, it's not a really good start to his season. ERA 4.40, but here's the thing that you got to be worried about here, especially in Fenway Park. He's pitching to very high contact, just a 15.7% strikeout rate. Now the home run rate here is 1.26 per 9 innings. Now he's in a hitter's park here in Fenway. You're going to give up a lot of contact, and they're giving up home runs. That's not the place to do it. So I'm going to be looking here at the Red Sox here, minus 118 to get to Houston Astros. This one will have a start time of 7 p.m. Eastern time over on MLB Extra Innings channel. Guys, check out Pick Dogs Premium. I have my 3-pack up there. I put together my best bet from the NBA, match it with 2 best bets from Major League Baseball. I'm doing pretty good here in Major League Baseball. If you look at the leaderboard, Zane only just passed me yesterday, though. I was ahead of him. Now he passed me yesterday. So anyway, it's okay. We're 1. I'm 2. He's number 1. But anyway, you can get on board with my MLB pass tonight. It's a 3-pack with 2 MLB, 1 NBA. Also, the 3, 7, and 30 Sports Pass is up there. You can match me up with any cappers up there with the 2-for-1 cap promotion. Me and Rod Zawacky with Ninos. You can match me up with Tony Brown, Shane Mickle, Alex Smart. Our 2-for-1 cap promotion is your best value there over at Pick Dogs. All right, let's continue on here with the show. We're going to go ahead, time for a recap. So let's go ahead and recap the plays here from tonight's show. So let me go ahead and put up the information here. We start off with Shane Mickle. Shane Mickle says he likes the Diamondbacks. Plus 189 in Game 2 against the LA Dodgers. Merrill Kelly there on the mound. Alex Smart, Mariners, plus 120 against the Blue Jays. Tony Brown was on the Angels, minus 130 against the Rangers. Nino says Twins, minus 120 against Athletics. Rod Zawacky, Lightning, plus 145 against the Panthers. Yours truly here on Red Sox, plus 118 against the Astros. And the pick I like the most, boy, there's a lot of them I like up there. And boy, that Lightning at plus 145 looks really good to me there, because the Panthers have had no luck on the power play whatsoever. Defending champion's going to come in here and make a statement. Remember, the Panthers had that struggle against Washington. They needed those 2 overtime wins to get them through. Capitals played them tough, and here's the Lightning team with really good defense, really good speed there on the ice. They've won the Cup. Defending champions. Give me the Lightning here, plus 145. I like that number there. That's a really good number there with the Lightning. All right, that'll do it for this edition here of the Drive-Thru. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow live at 6 p.m. Eastern time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in 8 cappers, or 8 cappers booked on the show, giving out live free sports picks for the games in prime time. Don't forget, it always gets started every day, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. Then, of course, Brian Biller and Chris Ruffalo join him for the morning show. And then the 2 shows preceding ours, the soccer show with Goran. And, of course, then it's the Betting Tool Show with Mitch. Of course, generating free picks from his betting tools. All right, let's go ahead and bring in our crew here from tonight's show. No, wait, good night.